Tonight, the FBI is investigating a deadly attack in Jacksonville, Florida. It's where police say a gunman shot and killed 2 black shoppers and an employee because of their race.
The U.S. Supreme Court today dealt a major blow to affirmative action in higher education, striking down race-conscious admissions programs.
Average wealth for a black Boston family is $8, whereas for a white family, it is $250,000.
Check out these figures. Almost 75% of white households own their homes, but only 45% of black households own their homes.
And a judge dismissed a lawsuit seeking compensation for the last 3 survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre.
The effects of slavery and institutional racism live on. And now is the time to repair our union. Now is the time to make things right. In 2020, Reparation Generation, a multiracial group, joined a growing movement to demonstrate the power of reparations and build momentum toward a federal reparations program. With more than $650,000 raised from large and small contributions, Reparation Generation developed a unique model that uses financial reparative transfers, truth-telling sessions, and restorative genealogy to reconcile the economic and emotional harms of slavery and oppression in real time. This iterative model is constantly evaluated to bring racial healing. Reparation Generation has provided $25,000 reparative wealth transfers to 6 descendants of enslaved people, and more are on the way.
This is not a black-white issue. This is a right-wrong issue, and we want to be on the right side of history.
Learning and speaking the truth about one's own history and the history of our country. With that truth, being able to make authentic acknowledgement and apology. Repair is literally, how do you make good? How do you bring back to as close to good as is possible to change what has been going on so that it doesn't continue?
We as a nation are finally talking about the harm and generational trauma caused by slavery, Jim Crow, and systematic racism, and what repair really looks like. Reparations are gaining traction in California, Massachusetts, Michigan, Missouri, New York, and others.
You have to just make a decision as a society. What are we going to be? Who are we going to be? What are we going to do to address issues that affect all of us?
Reparation Generation is building long-standing relationships with participants, both recipients and contributors, to show how, over time, reparations increase generational wealth, repairing the economic damage of chattel slavery and institutional racism, closing the wealth gap. Reparation Generation is also connecting Black and white Americans to reconcile their roles in an unjust system and promote peace and understanding.
So to make repair is a moral imperative of a government and a society that was systemically oppressing Black people. And so to make repair means that all people should be involved, because America as a government prevented the flourishing of Black people. America as a government must now redress it.
To move forward as a nation, we must address our past. Reparation Generation's demonstration programs are showing what's possible today and helping to build support for a Federal Reparations Act.
Well, the hopes is that this nonprofit starts a movement that replaces itself, that we enact federal legislation and there's no longer a need to raise money privately, because the wrong that was done by the government, by the law, is fixed by that very same system which set it up.
Reparation Generation is bringing Americans together to remedy injustice and inequity. We each have a moral imperative to do our part. Together, we can create a more perfect, more just, and more inclusive nation. Be a part of the Reparation Generation.